Diddy Combs is back in federal court where he's expected to be sentenced this afternoon on 2 prostitution-related charges. Combs is expected to address the courtroom as well. Joining us now is Neama Rahmani, a former federal prosecutor who has covered this case extensively. Friend to the show by now. We've had you on so many times, Neama. Great to see you again. So what is the holdup? We thought we'd have a sentence by now.
Michelle, great to be on again. And we're nearing the end, but not quite there. And typically sentences in federal court, they're really issued within that first hour or so. But in this particular case, the judge is letting everyone speak. 4 different defense attorneys for Combs, many family members. I think what we can expect is that Combs is going to get some pretty significant prison time. I'm talking years. And the record, because we know the appeal is inevitable and coming.
How do judges weigh evidence and conduct in?
Well, jurors tend to love celebrities in this country, but judges not so much. Not to say he's going to treat differently. And the first thing that the judge needs to do is to calculate the sentencing guidelines. And the guidelines are all over the place. The prosecution is recommending 11 years. Which is an arm of the court, 5 to 7 years. And the defense is recommending 14 months. That's essentially time served. Diddy was just going to calculate that, and then he's going to go through the other factors under the law. They're called the 3553 factors based on the code. So the history and characteristics of the defendant, the need for deterrence, whether he's going to be a danger or not, and importantly, whether Diddy has accepted responsibility. And I'm not quite sure he's done that based on the arguments in court today.
Yeah, if I recall correctly, one of the reporters for ABC News cited that the judge stated that he did not believe that Diddy or Sean Combs had remorse for his actions. That to me was a signal to where this may be going. What did you read?
I think that's right, and that's one of the first things the judge said this morning. So what the defense tried to do is to argue that the victims in the argument there, but if you're going for a mitigation play, you're arguing leniency, you're arguing acceptance of responsibility, it's hard to really go after the victims. One of the victims, Mia, said she was bullied and wouldn't speak today because we know that victims have the right to address the court, as do defendants. So the defense, they're trying to create that record for appeal and argue that the judge shouldn't consider the acquitted conduct, that this wasn't prostitution at all because Combs was watching. It was just voyeurism, and that to the extent that he was videotaping, that's just homemade pornography. Those might be good arguments on appeal, but not good arguments when you're asking the judge for some consideration. So I expect it to be a problem once that sentence is issued any minute now.
And how quickly, just so we have a better understanding of timeline, once a sentence is given and the appeal process, which is inevitable, begins, how quickly could we see a new trial?
Well, it's going to go up to the Second Circuit Court of Appeal. The defense has 30 days to file that appeal, and the court will set a briefing schedule. We're not going to hear that appeal until 2026. If the appeal is granted, then it'll be sent back for a new trial. But I think the more likely path to victory for Combs is a presidential pardon. It's no secret that he and his team have been trying to lobby the president, who has been very liberal when it comes out to giving presidential pardons, and he's pardoned a lot of rappers already. So I think if Diddy gets out, it's likely going to be a presidential pardon if it happens anytime soon.
Interesting. So you're not ruling that out. Okay. All right, Neama Rahmani, thank you so much for joining us to give us the latest on today's sentencing hearing.
Of course, Michelle. Talk soon.
Okay, take care.